All right, 6 o'clock, call the meeting to order. Judy, take roll, and that takes us to number 2, approval of consent agenda. A through F. I got it, Bryce.
Okay. There shouldn't be this month anything out of the ordinary. I have this page 4 where our expenses are. Like I said, most of those are pretty much monthly routine things. Electric bill was a little higher this month than the previous 2. And I think that's probably just because we've had a lot going on in buildings the last month. Hopefully with the nice weather that we've had, I'm hoping to see a little bit of a decrease in those and the gas bill over the next couple of months, but we'll see. We had to have a few repairs and some things done down there for Croft Chevrolet. You can see 1,618.50. Work on Suburban, and we finally got our ag truck back up and running too. Had to have some work done on that as well. Like I said though, other than that, there's really not anything there out of the ordinary that we don't normally do. Building fund, the only thing there, we had to spend $640 to get the ice machine filters. We usually have to do that about once a year, that was all. And Billy does a really good job keeping up with those things. So, child nutrition, we did have to have a fire suppression inspection done there, so we paid for that out of child nutrition. So as far as our expenses, purchase orders this month, that and payroll, pretty much business as usual. Kendra's not here to give any updates if there was any on the activity fund, but basketball's over with, and so now we're moving into spring, and baseball, track meets, those types of things will be going on, so there'll be some more expenses out of that. I don't think that there was anything there, she didn't note anything that we needed to discuss. In the activity fund, treasurer's report, Samantha, I don't know, do you have anything you want to throw in with that?
$14,000 for the tax grant, for all the extra stuff we got for the tax room.
Yeah, we got reimbursed for our, the grant that we received for the fax equipment, freezer, and what else did we get in there? Dishwasher, freezer, so a little over $14,000. We got reimbursed for that finally, so that was nice. Our interest payments the last 2 months since the increase that we worked out with ACB Bank, that's the last 2 months have been a little over $15,000 together. The previous 6 months before that were only $16,000. So that's going to be big as long as those interest rates, are in our benefit there, and so that's made a difference and been very helpful. Our ad valorem checks have come in. for January and February, which are the two biggest, and it's right there, kind of where, we projected. There'll still be a little bit more that comes in over the next couple months, with most of that coming in April, and that'll be it. So projections as far as those things are pretty much right where we thought they would be, which isn't as high as we'd like, but it's what we thought those would come in. Gross production is still staying about where it has been the last several months, and I don't right now anticipate any major changes in that. Natural gas has been lower lately, but oil prices have been holding steady about $75 to $80 a barrel. So, as long as those two things stay about where they are, we have about 4 months of lead time. That puts us somewhere about anywhere from 50 to a little over 60,000 a month in gross production. That's kind of what that equates to for us. So as long as they keep producing in Alfalfa County, those numbers shouldn't change, but just something to keep an eye on. Other than that, as far as our accounts and everything, right now everything looks good, looks healthy, looks right where kind of we've projected things to be at this point. E and F, FCCLA, we've done this for several years. This year their national summer convention is going to be in Seattle, Washington, and so we always try to approve that out-of-state travel ahead of time so that they can make plans. Don't know how many students that might be at this point. They'll still have to go through the state competitions to see who qualifies. I don't anticipate it, and Mrs. Plunkett didn't anticipate there being as many as years past, but for sure a few. And so, we'd like for them to be able to go and do that and represent our chapter at a national level. So we have that on there, and then she has a request in to host a daddy-daughter dance for the elementary age students, and do that as a fundraiser to help cover the cost of that trip later.
Bryce, is it dependent on how many people end up going, is how many parents or adults will go with them, or?
Yeah, I mean, that's how we've done it in the past. This would be her first year doing that. But, we usually look and see how many kids are going and try to get the appropriate amount of adults to go and chaperone and supervise and make sure that kids get where they need to be and then supervised all the time.
Anything else A through F? Questions?
I'll make a motion to approve. Any other questions?
Curtis made a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Shane second. Judy?
Littlefield,
Yes.
Goodwin,
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Number 3, the principal's report.
I told both of our principals they had other obligations tonight with their other duties. So I told them that they would just give me the notes. I will relay those. So Mrs. Patterson at the elementary says that they're getting ready for parent-teacher conferences on March the 11th and 13th and hopes to see everyone there. The book fair will be March 11th through the 14th, and on March 12th they will have a opportunity for grandparents and or parents to come from 3:30 to 4:30, and then on Thursday the 14th there will be an opportunity for parents and grandparents. They could come with a student from 7:50 to 8:15 in the morning on Thursday. We'll have an after-school event this Thursday, March 7th, to display some cool art that our after-school students have made. It says it's Nacho Average Artist Night at the elementary from 5 to 6.
Some entertainment.
Yep, so that is Miss Patterson's report from the elementary. Mr. Pruitt's is a little more lengthy here, so. Let me read through this. First off, Price Poe and Aubrey Hughes made the premium sale at the Northwest District Junior Livestock Show, and I believe that is maybe happening right now in Enid. All 14 FCCLA students that competed at the regional star events qualified to compete at state, so that's great to hear. 4 FCS students attended the FCS Day at the Capitol, and that's also a part of through FCCLA and FACS together, Ms. Plunkett. 13 high school and 6 junior high students are attending the district vocal solos and ensembles tomorrow at Northwestern. Davin Booty and Haley Jantz were selected as finalists for AAC's Youth Tour contest. Davin was awarded a trip to Washington, D.C., and Haley will attend a leadership conference in Oklahoma City. Both students will receive a $500 scholarship with that. So, and I know that that's 2 years in a row now that Cherokee's had a student selected to go to Washington, D.C. So I thought that was pretty neat. Caitlin Matsko's poem, Music Box, was chosen out of over 500 entries to be published in the Oklahoma Council of Teachers of English Young Writers Anthology. She was celebrated Saturday, March 2nd at the annual Spring Awards ceremony in Enid, and this is the 2nd year in a row for her to get that. So that's a very big honor for her. Haley Jantz was selected to be a member of the FFA State Course for the 98th State FFA Convention. Cherokee has 3 of the 4 8th graders in AEC's service area who were selected to attend Energy Camp this summer. This was based on an application process that required a resume and a short essay to be answered. Those students are Garrett Ketterman, Dawson Schombacher, and Lindy Berry. In basketball, the all-conference for Oric Conference and Cherokee Strip Conference, those honors were released, and for the girls team, for Cherokee all-conference in the Oric Conference was Carson Schombacher, Naomi Hine, and Veronica Castro. Chesney Berry was honorable mention, and Carson made the academic all-conference team. For the boys, Kai McHenry was all-conference. Gentry Nickel was honorable mention, and Kai McHenry and Xander Jackson were the academic all-conference. In the Cherokee Strip, girls all-conference was Carson Schombacher and Naomi Hine. Honorable mention was Veronica Castro. And academic all-conference was Carson Schombacher, Naomi Hine, Chesney Berry, May Nevels, and Elise Rodman. For the boys, Kai McHenry was honorable mention, and Kai and Xander made the academic all-conference team. Parent-teacher conferences are next Monday and Wednesday from 4 to 7. This Friday is the last scheduled Friday of the school year. And he says spring break is less than 2 weeks away, March 15th through the 24th. And just a quick note that on this Wednesday, the senior versus faculty game will be played. The game starts at 6:30. There will be a pancake supper from 5:30 to 6:30. It's $5 admission, and all of those proceeds that night go towards prom house for the juniors and seniors after prom.
I hope you're setting that one out, guys.
Oh, no. Can't miss this one.
Wasn't it Travis that about?
Yeah, this will be the first one I've got
Twisted
somebody
his
playing, so I can't sit this
Oh,
one
yeah. All right, anything else?
Well, no, I think that's it for those.
Okay. Thanks, Bryce. Number 4, discussion and vote to approve or not to approve the annual contract with ADPC Financial Software and Service for the 24-25 school year at a cost of $5,520. No increase from this year.
This is our accounting software, just like it says, we've used it for a number of years, so.
Any questions on that? I'll make a motion to approve it.
Second?
Curtis, second. Judy?
Littlefield,
Yes.
Goodwin, Parker.
Yes.
Number 5, discussion and vote to approve or not approve the renewal of our annual contract with OK Tile and Seas for the 24-25 school year.
I'm sorry I didn't put the calculations in the contract there, but the total cost for that, and this is the program that we use for teacher evaluations, the total cost for that would be $1,221.25 to use them again. So I'd like to continue that.
Questions on that? I'll make a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Shane, second. Judy?
Littlefield,
Yes.
Goodwin,
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Number 6, discussion and vote to approve or not to approve the contract renewal with Barlow Education Management Services for the 24-25 school year.
That contract amount is $6,792 for the year, and what Barlow does for us is they work with us on compliance, federal programs, IDEA, special ed things, and then also all of our grants that we go through the state. They help us with that, consult on it if we have questions. And so that service has been pretty valuable, especially the last few years. So I'd like to continue doing that again
Is
for
that price
another year.
kind of stayed pretty close to where it's been?
It's pretty close. It might have gone up just a little bit, but I don't think that, it hasn't gone up,
Right.
much.
Questions on Barlow?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Curtis made a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Shane, second. Judy?
Littlefield,
Yes.
Goodwin,
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Superintendent's report.
Just a couple things, really. Number one, we're in the process and working with the city to address the drop-off in front of the elementary. The potholes over there have gotten pretty bad, and so talked to Chad Roach, and as soon as it gets warmer and they're able to bring in some asphalt, when they do some other work around the city in conjunction with our guys that we have, we're going to see if we can't tear that out. Maybe not all of it. We'll just have to kind of see, what that looks like. But Chad has offered to help us out with their guys, with our interlocal agreement, and try to get that fixed because it's pretty rough over there. So we're going to try to do some work there with them. They've been great to help us out with a lot of different things. The Rock Road over there on the east side of the complex, and just some stuff like that. So appreciate that, and like I said, as it gets warmer and we're able to do those things, we'll get on it. Until then, we're going to do the best we can to fill in the holes and try to stay on top of it. But so that's in the works. This Thursday, I'm going to have an opportunity to go to Edmond, and Northwestern has nominated us along with Alva as the Region's Business Partner of the Years for them. So I will be able to go down to Edmond and with Northwestern and Mr. Argo from Alva accept that award for Cherokee. And so we've had a great relationship with Northwestern for many, many years. And Dr. Hanford reached out and said that they were going to nominate us for that this year. So we appreciate that, and we hope that partnership and many other partnerships that we have with Northwestern will be able to continue for a long time. So that'll be Thursday. I get to go do that. So looking forward to that as well. Don't really have a whole lot to report as far as things going on in the legislature. There's still some bills that we're keeping a really close eye on. One bill in particular is House Bill 3054, and that has to do with pipelines. And the way the bill's written right now, it does not favor us. It would basically exempt all the pipelines from being taxed on our ad valorem count. And early projections are not very good for us at all. So I've been talking to Representative Newton, and he's trying to get more information on the bill. It's in the early stages, but it's still gaining a little bit of traction. And it's one of those things I don't see how it benefits any of us up here. And so, like I said, pretty concerned about it, and we'll be keeping a close eye on that one. There's several right now that are just in the early stages. There is another bill, Senate Bill 1313, that has additional teacher pay raises in it, and the language for the state to allocate money for that has been taken out. So as of right now, I don't think that there will be any funding coming in for that. So definitely not against teachers making more money, but if they're not going to give it to us, that's a problem. And so I've had that conversation many times with our representatives, and I think that they understand that. It's just getting everybody to understand that. So there's a couple things there that we're going to have to keep a close eye on that could have some financial implications on us. A few other bills, like I said, are just in the early stages, but I don't see anything right now that too daunting. Like I said, other than those two things and the finances that they carry with it. So as far as the school goes, that's kind of everything I have to report. I'm going to go ahead and mention that this is Corey's last official board meeting. And so I know you don't like a lot of attention, but on behalf of Cherokee Public Schools and myself, I want to say thank you for the last 12 years I think we've came up with that you've served on this board. So there's been a lot of good things that have happened during those 12 years, and we appreciate it. There's been a lot of great things that have happened. There's been a lot of tough things that come along the way, and so thank you for seeing all those things through, and we hope that we'll be able to find somebody to fill your shoes. They're big shoes to fill, and so we appreciate it very much. And I know you don't want to give a big speech, so I won't put you on the spot or anything like that, but thank you.
Thank you. I just say it's been a pleasure serving with you guys and the team you've been able to put together. I just feel like we're in good hands, so I'm not too worried about it. It's a lot of love from this side of the table. You guys are doing good stuff, so I'm proud of the work we've done. Thanks, Bryce. Takes us to number 8, new business.
There is no new business.
All right. Number 9, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Shane second. Judy?
Littlefield,
Yes.
Goodwin,
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.